mission for today is to find the best gym in Shanghai. Now, originally I wanted to find the most expensive gym in Shanghai, and I did find some expensive gyms, but they're all in like the really, really high and expensive gyms are within hotels. So the actual facilities in these gyms are, high end, some decent equipment like techno gym. They love to say techno gym equipment. But these really expensive hotel facilities, I think you pay more for being part of a VIP group, being able to hang around other high-end business people, because the variety is not that much. I think you pay for being in a fancy spa kind of environment, a nice pool, and some decent equipment, and probably a coach that comes with it. But the facilities are not better than you would typically find in high-end franchises around Shanghai. So anyway, I did a lot of research, I saw a lot of reviews, and I found about 5 different gyms that are worthy of checking out, that are most highly rated in Shanghai. So I'll see how many I can get to today. The first one I'm going to is about 2.5 kilometers away. I'm sitting outside my hotel here just waiting for a taxi. It took me 10 minutes just to be able to get a taxi on the phone. It was 8 minutes away when it started, then it was 5 minutes away, and now it's at 10 minutes away. So I'm not too sure what's going on, but at this rate I might consider just getting a bicycle and cycling to the gym, since it's not so far away, the first one I'm going to. But let's see how the day goes, because I have to pace myself well to go from one location to the other. And as you can imagine, it's Shanghai, so there's always a lot of traffic. It takes a long time to get from point A to point B, even if it's not too far away. But these gyms are quite far from each other. When I say far, it's all within like 5 to 10, maximum 13 kilometers away from each other. So basically, I guess what I'll be focusing on mainly will be the quality of the gym equipment, the feel, the vibe, the service, and also I'll conclude a little bit if it's on the higher end, lower end. We'll look at the pricing per month, per day, per year, and assess a couple of factors, cleanliness, with reviewing these gyms in China, and then hopefully people will have a better idea of which gyms to go for when coming to Shanghai. I think it'll be interesting to see what a big vibrant city such as Shanghai has to offer, and it'll be cool to compare it to the rest of the world. So I know that there's some super high-end, extremely expensive training centers and gyms in places like New York and major cities in the world. So let's see if Shanghai is up there in terms of training facilities. We have a long day ahead of us, so let's get into it. Okay guys, I don't know what it is, but it's impossible to get a taxi in Shanghai. It was easier yesterday, but maybe, what's the time? It's 10 to 10 in the morning, and you'd think that the rush hour is over, but it's just impossible to get a taxi. Everything is too busy. And anyway, I guess that's what you get when you're in a very big city such as Shanghai and not too used to the traffic hours. Anyway, luckily here in China, there are always these bicycles available. Here's another one. This is a different brand. And then you just scan it with the app called Alipay. Just click yes. Loading. And then you can hear it. It greets you, and sometimes it plays a bit of a song as well. So that's it, as easy as that, just a scan of the phone. And any trip on these bicycles are usually around 1.5 to 2 RMB, which is close to nothing. So I've got my AirPods in because I'm just listening to the directions on the way to gym. It's nice being able to just listen to the directions and follow directions like that, rather than to keep checking your phone. So anyway, this is what it's looking right now. I'm just cruising by the river over here, one of the main rivers passing through the city. All of us need to take a left to go over there. Really cool how everyone is lining up. Makes no sense, rather than blocking each other in. This is what Shanghai looks like. Everyone sees the pictures of the Bund area with the Pearl Tower and those big buildings, but you don't often get to see, well, at least online, the different realistic parts of what Shanghai looks like. Clean and convenient, besides a lot of traffic. Just remember that there are millions of people that live in the city. I'll fact check that just now to see the exact number, but I'm pretty sure it's around 20 to 25 million people just in the city. So that's why you see a lot of people just using e-bikes. You see a lot of people just cycling. And I've been to Vietnam and Thailand, it's definitely not the same in terms of people riding their bikes. It's not as intense. Usually there are bike lanes. Most of the time there are specific bike lanes where the bicycles and the e-bikes can stay in. So it's much more safe, and they're all e-bikes, like I said, electric. I think we should be quite close now. The destination is on your left. The gym is called Change, if I'm correct. And we need to find a place to quickly park this bike. But anyway, it looks neat. Paris Baguette Bistro. I am getting a coffee 100%. All right, guys, we have to find a place to park the bike. Let's see if I can leave it right here next to this one. See how all these bikes are parked over here. Sometimes they get clumpy. They usually keep it quite neat and park the bikes really nicely. So yeah, now I'm just gonna go on the app and that's done. 2.5 RMB. Well, this is the entrance to the mall. And this is the Paris Baguette place. But I know there's a nice coffee shop in the actual gym as well, so I'll probably get a coffee over there, but I need my second coffee of the day urgently. Okay, so I've managed to find the place and I've figured out what the layout is. So firstly I played at one of the receptions. I didn't know there was two. And I went in and I was like, this looks a little bit different than on the pictures. And then I realized I did see another section of the gym. How do I get there? And I realized you have to exit by the entrance where I went in, walk a little bit down the mall, which is over here. So I'm inside now, and the other entrance is down there. Walk here, and then you enter the gym over here. So you can leave your bags and stuff like this. In China, it's very safe to leave your things like this most of the time, but not all the time, I guess. And yeah, this side of the gym is mainly, seems to be like machinery. Very nice machinery, very neat gym. So I also got my coffee and nice little coffee bar over here, as you can see. Very good coffee as well and very affordable. Only 10 RMB for an Americano, and all the other drinks are also very affordable. So the machinery are all very nice, as you can see. Big variety, and on the other side there are also some treadmills in a cardio area, but it seems like most of the cardio machines over here. It's very rare to see a gym in China with so many stairmasters, so awesome to see. Very, very good quality equipment and consistent throughout. The only thing is, for this time of day, 10:51, if it's already so many people, I can just imagine how packed this gym must be during the evening when it's rush hour after work. And that's probably why there's such a high variety and volume of machinery. They have, you know, it's very rare to see so many. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cable crossovers, which is awesome because you don't have to wait so long. But it's also an indication to me that probably this place gets super packed during the evening. But look how awesome is this. You get all the different kind of bars, handles, grips, and a lot of them as well. Big variety. You rarely see this as well, at least from my experience in China. So far I'm very impressed with the gym. As I said, massive variety, everything clean as well. The floor and equipment seems to be clean. This is about the 4th cleaning person that I've seen working around. So they seem to maintain it quite well, but solid equipment and, like I said, big variety as well. Nice juice bar, coffee bar. I'm assuming they'll have some snacks as well. And it's just good to see that they have not just one of each, but quite a few. Oh, this is nice to see. This means I'm gonna do legs here today, because you rarely also get calf machines in China, and this is a very nice standing calf machine. I haven't had or seen one of these or used one of these literally in years. So I'm super keen to use this to help my baby calves. So yeah, I really do like the equipment, and as I said, it's a nice variety to have. Usually when a gym is in a shopping mall, you can expect it to be on the smaller side of things, but a nice thing with this one is it's quite big, and that's probably why they have 2 separate areas that they're renting out in this mall to use. So it is quite spacious, but a very nice thing about having a gym in the mall is that it uses the central aircon system that the mall uses. So it's a very good, strong, big system, and the temperature is really nice. So even on a very hot summer day like today, the temperature is very nice and chill and comfortable to train in. I must say the equipment feels very solid and strong and comfortable. It feels like it's stable while you're doing the exercises, so you can do it really controlled, and it just feels good. So I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but all of the machinery here is called Nautilus Impact. So I've never heard of it before, but very solid. Yeah, definitely gonna try this guy over here. So it's a standing or kneeling leg curl, and I've never done it with a pin to weight. The one that I have at my gym is free weight, where you add plates to the machine. So curious to see what this one feels like. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that feels so good. The angle is also nice, but I think what makes it the best is the fact that this is so nicely shaped for your leg to go into, and it's just very comfortable. Nice transition. How does this one work? Easy peasy. Let's go. I told you, I'm definitely gonna make most of this machine since it's not so readily available. And it's such a nice squeeze to have. Usually I'm just improvising with a Smith machine or leg press machine, horizontal leg press. You can get calves done, but I love these calf specific machines. All right, let's go find something else to do for legs. Like I said, this side is mostly machinery, but on the other side, you'll see really awesome equipment, many benches, many inclines, many flat benches. So I'll show you in a second. That's that side of the gym. We enter over there. As you can see, it's a shopping mall. And now I'm walking to the other side to enter the other entrance to go to the more free weight section of the gym. So let me go show you what it looks like on that side. Over here, you can see they are working on like fitness studios. That's probably coming soon. So yeah, they're still, it seems like everything is very new. They're still in progress of working on a few things under construction. So yeah, as you can see, here is the other entrance, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. Just entered the second area of the gym, starting off with some machinery again. They also got these on the other side. Just another cable crossover with some back machines and core and rowing, a few cardio machines, cable machines, more Stairmasters. I really like this ladder that they have over here. I've actually never done this before. Maybe I should give it a try right now. I've always wanted to see what it's like. If it's working, I'll give it a try. And then you go upstairs here where the real gains can be made. Okay, like I said, I've never used one of these, but I read the instructions and it says it can only turn on once this belt is on and when it's under tension. So bear with me. Let's see what this thing feels like. Oh, hectic. How do I control the speed? Let's see if we can control it. That was way too fast. Strap control brake and speed. When strap is loose, brake is on. Tension on strap control speed. Tension on strap control speed. Fasten waist belt. Start climbing. Climb as you would any ladder, hand over hand. Well, I'll never climb a ladder this fast. Start slow. As you climb, strap will tighten and release brake. Climb higher to move faster. Stay low to go slow. Stay low to go slow. My bro, why are you going so fast? That's crazy. Okay, so if I stay really low, then it's slow. Okay, let's see. Yo, that's hectic. Okay, now we're going. Why does it feel like I'm going so fast? It feels like I can't go slow. It's just tiring. Who made this machine? That's crazy. Okay, we got the hang of it now. I love this thing. It's so good. Oh. Okay. Well, now it's slowing down. So anyone that's doing this for the first time, just go. You'll figure it out as you go. Okay, I'm done. That's super tiring. Damn. I'm never doing that again. Until tomorrow, I'll do it again. It's so good, but it's very tiring. All right, let's go upstairs. Finish the session. We still have a lot to do today. Going upstairs and see what it's all about. All right, guys, welcome to the place where everyone is a bit more serious. So as you can see, a bit more free weights, plates. We'll get to the dumbbells in a moment. Hack squat, leg press, more leg presses, hip thrusters, isolated leg extensions. Oh, nice. Is this a belt squat? That's so nice. I'm definitely going to come back for this one. I love a good belt squat. Another hip thruster. Very, very nice. I also really like when they have pre-made or preset barbells like this, so you don't have to keep changing yourself. My current gym is very nice in my city, but they don't have this, so you have to manually put on your weight. Obviously, which is okay, but it does take a bit of time doing that. So guys, here you can see lots of free weight sections. 1, 2, 3, 4 squat racks. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, 8 total. Where you can do squat, even bench, of course, if you want. A Smith machine. There's a women's changing room. There's a men's changing room. And then many more machines over here, all plate loaded and very modern equipment. So really good to see. And looks very, very solid as well. Let's quickly go to the free weight section over here. And let's see how many dumbbells they have over here. So first of all, you'll first notice that there are many, many benches, both flat benches and incline benches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 inclines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flat benches. And then more than enough dumbbells. But once again, I think probably this place gets really packed in the evening if it's already this packed during the day. But a good variety, some more Smith machines. What plates do they have here? Looks pretty solid. So yeah, very lovely gym. This is the men's locker room area. And I have to mention and show that how people just trust leaving their stuff like this. All right, so we're finished over there. I did check the bathroom and it's very nice and spacious. Lots of showers, seem to be very, very clean. Of course, I'm not going to be that guy that films inside a bathroom, but I can tell you that it is very nice and what you'd expect from a gym like that. So that's it for the Change Gym. Just quickly want to mention that this Change Gym, there are a few different branches as well. And online it seems like there's only one branch. But when I went on a Chinese app called Meituan, I could find that there are quite a few different Change Gyms as well. So I'm assuming the rest are also quite a high standard like this one, or similar structure and layout and machinery. Now we're on to the next, which I think is also a franchise. I've read a lot about a gym called Will's Gym, and it's supposed to be also on the higher end. I read some mixed reviews about it, but let's go see for ourselves, and when I conclude later, I'll talk a little bit more about that. So yeah, let's go and see. I'm ready to go. Let me just zip up this bag. On to the next, we're on our way to Will's Gym. So also a few different franchises, a few different gym franchises that they have in the city. But this one looked the most fancy on the phone, and it's about 6.5 kilometers from here. So let's go over there, see what it's like. I'll have a look at some other locations as well. If there's another one worth looking at, then maybe we'll pop in there quickly. But most of the time you can get quite a good feel for the gym or a franchise, they usually not too much different in different locations. Let's go and see. I know you get a, damn, that's loud. I know you do get a Will's Gym VIP, and I couldn't see clearly if the one I'm going to is VIP or not, because I couldn't find one that says VIP specifically, but the pictures look really fancy, so I'm assuming it's the VIP one. But let's go check it out. Just got dropped off over here, and let's go and see. It looks really fancy from the start, if you can see over there. Damn, this looks like the entrance to a fancy hotel or a house, but it's not. It's just the gym. So good start. So let's go and check. This is Will's Gym, and it's pretty standard. I've had a bit of a quick walk through. The first thing is it's very dark because it's B1 floor, so there's no windows or natural lighting. Let me just get the camera angle a bit better here. The machinery are decent. It doesn't look extremely new, but it's all very nice, and it's live fitness equipment, as you can see over there, and also some hammer strength equipment. It seems like they have a variety. It's not like they just stick to one. But decent gym, decent equipment, but it's not very big, first of all. It's not very neat compared to the previous one. But yeah, definitely looks a little bit older. Here's a bit of machinery over here. By the way, the layout also feels a little bit cramped. So as I said, there are a few different branches. So I'll see if I can find another one as well. I've got a feeling this is not the VIP one, even though it looks like it from the outside. It looks very fancy from the outside, but it just feels dark. The vibe doesn't feel great. I don't think I'm gonna do my back session here. When I walked in, they were quite lenient with letting me go in to have a look. I couldn't see the gym from the lobby, so I was like, can I go and have a look? And they said, yeah, sure, you can go have a look. Normally they offer to have someone go with you to go and see the gym, but actually I prefer just to see by myself, so I don't mind that they didn't offer for someone to show me around. I could probably just train here for free right now and no one would even notice. I noticed there's a second lobby over here, so I could just exit through that side. But anyway, so yeah, I'll take you through the rest of the gym. I just briefly showed the equipment over here now. But it's nothing too high end, it's nothing too fancy. It's just the usual. I wouldn't say there's a big variety. There's about one or two of each, quite a bit of cardio equipment. But compared to the previous gym, it's a no-brainer. I'd much rather go to that one. I'm not judging all Will's gyms, but yeah, so this is a bit of a studio vibe here. And you'll see now as I walk through that it's not the friendliest of layouts. It's a bit of a complex walkway as we pass through the building. And just again, this is all underfloor. So this seems to be a bit of a boxing studio over here, as well as some functional training. This is quite usual in Chinese gyms. So to be able to use this, it's usually like a VIP area. You pay a bit extra to be able to do these classes. It's not open for the general public, members of the gym to be able to access this area. We have the changing rooms over here. I haven't gone inside, but I'm assuming it's decent. I won't go in there today. So there's some more areas over here to just kind of relax and maybe put your stuff in a locker if you don't want to go into the changing room. Yeah, it's just your typical like yoga studio kind of vibe, as you can see, like that. I'll just go like that. I don't want to bother this person that's busy there. And let me see if I can film the pool a bit. But this is like a lobby area. You see, when you walk down, it looks very fancy. It looks very nice. These are the stairs where I came down, and my expectations were quite high when I came down here from the lobby area at the top. So very nice entrance. Looks all good, and then you get into that gym area as you saw where I just went through now. I'm assuming this is a bit of a VIP training area as well. Yeah, it says over here, private training area. Paying for this, you'll get a coach that will take you through some training over here. So some Pilates things, and also some equipment that you won't get in the other areas. So it's also quite common in China to have functional training kind of equipment only available for VIP areas, for people paying for a coach to train them or something. So you typically won't be able to use kettlebells and slam balls, these type of things, sandbags like this in general training areas, just for your general membership. But yeah, it looks quite neat and decent area. But once again, personally, I don't like the dark vibe. Even here, some sunlight coming through the roof over here. This area just feels so much better. All right, so let's go and see this swimming pool area. This is probably the fanciest area in the gym. And if you can see over here, it's got a fancy roof. So it's very, very nice, but you can see it's very, very busy, and that's why most people like to come swimming over here. But honestly, that's it. I'm not gonna go into too much more detail, guys. On the pictures they show, most of the pictures they show that pool area because of the beautiful roof. So everyone likes swimming there. The lighting is very nice, but you can find many other pools which will not be as busy. It might not look as fancy, but yeah, I think most people come to this place for that fancy pool area. The gym, very, very average. So yeah, once again, this is just one of the franchises of Will's Gym. All right, so let's get out of here. I think it's time to grab some lunch somewhere. All right, so that's Will's Gym done. I just chilled by the bus stop here a little bit, and I tried to see if I could find another Will's Gym. I could find other ones, but it would either say it's closed down on the app or it's just way out of my way. But this one over here is a VIP location, and I confirmed that. And it's also rated most stars out of 5 out of 5 on Google. So yeah, it's rated really highly, and on Google you will find all the nice pictures, such as the beautiful roof by the pool and also some of the lounge areas, but you do not see any of the pictures by the actual, general weight area, which is interesting. Anyway, you can definitely have good sessions over there. They got everything you need. It's not a terrible gym, but I have read mixed reviews in terms of like staff and stuff, but I haven't dealt with the staff. The lady at reception was very nice, but I can't judge them at that. I think it's time to move on to the next one. I wanted to go to Mr. and Mrs. Fitness, which was also had some good reviews online that I read about, but both locations that I could find on the Meituan app seem to be closed down. I don't have time to try and find another one that's open, but the two that were available on the app are closed down. So anyway, we're going to Pure Fitness next. That's a little bit more back in the direction that I want to go, towards the Bund area, because I want to finish off with Kerry Sports, which is the best reviews I've read so far. So I'll leave best for last. If I have time, I might try and do a hotel gym as well, like one of the bougie fancy ones. But we'll see. Let's see if we have time. Next up, Pure Fitness. I'm busy waiting for my car now, and as soon as we stop in that area over there, have no idea what it's going to look like around, I will go and have some lunch first. I'm starting to get really, really hungry. It's about 1:30 now. Okay. No, I haven't said much about the pricing of the gyms yet because I just need to do a little bit more research on that, and I will make it more clear in the conclusion of this video, because some things I need to translate, because I can see the prices on the app or there when I'm at the gym, but I just see the number and I don't see exactly what it's for, if it's for a year or 6 months or for personal training. So I will make that clear by the end of the video. It's quite easy to find this one. There it says Pure Yoga Fitness. I hope it's not only a yoga studio, but from what I saw, there are some other weights as well. Here we have, let me video the guy videoing the other person. So Pure Fitness seems to be also part of like a shopping mall area, and just around the corner I found this nice little coffee shop. I'm still not sure what the name is. I should check maybe from the outside, but it's not clear from the inside. But here you can see very nice setting. That's also one of the lovely things about Shanghai. They have so many nice restaurants to offer and very international as well. So it's definitely not difficult to find some very nice food places and restaurants, whereas other smaller cities, even the city where we are at currently in Hefei, they do have some nice restaurants as well, but not as easily accessible as here in Shanghai, where you can find it around every corner and every street. Just fueling up a little bit, another coffee, sipping on some water as well, and then we will go check out Pure Fitness. Noodle soup, and this is the Turkish coffee. There's no milk, which I didn't expect, but that's not the problem. Just gonna smash it black, and yeah, why do I always say yeah? Even if I try to tell myself not to say that, I still do that. All right, so I'm assuming the Turkish coffee goes into the little cup. There's about enough for 2 little cups, so wow. I'm not even doing this just for the video, but this is really good. This is so good. It almost tastes like there might be a little bit of cinnamon in there. I'm so glad that I got this. Oh, okay, let's try the soup. Gotten so used to be able to use these Chinese eating sticks. At home I still eat with a knife and fork, but sometimes I'm like, I'd actually prefer eating with the chopsticks. It's convenient in a different way. Very good actually. Not as good as the pho in Vietnam, but still very good. Pretty cool. Oh my word, what's this? I've never seen this before or heard about it. Is this a Louis Vuitton ship? Because if it is, then I think I found the yacht for my wife. That's pretty crazy. What is this? Oh, okay, I see. So it's probably one big Louis Vuitton shop in here. Here's the line of people queuing to get inside. Louis Vuitton Visionary Journeys. And there's also the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. And there we are. The Louis Vuitton ship. Pretty cool. Finished with Pure Fitness. Couldn't just walk around there. Straight away I could see that it's a little bit more on the high end. The area is also very fancy. That's why there's the big Louis Vuitton ship over here. And 350 RMB for one session, which is expensive. And then I knew, okay, this place is a bit next level. But their weight section was a little bit average. I mean, they have good machinery and very nice training areas. But what makes it very expensive and on the high end side is that they offer a whole bunch of different training classes, such as yoga, 2 massive yoga studios with sessions throughout the whole day. And they also have a CrossFit area where you can go for sessions. So everything is included in the price, and I'll also put the pricing up by the end of the video. So Pure Fitness, I must say, I was impressed. It's a very good gym, and not ideal if you want to be doing bodybuilding or try to get really size, but it's not a bodybuilder type of person's dream. But it's very good for anyone who's into living a bit of a fit lifestyle, also more on the fancy side. If you want to be doing a bit of work at gym, they definitely accommodate well for that. There are many areas where you can sit and do some work. It's 3 different stories, and Yeah, so as I walked through with that guy, I was trying to take some pictures and film where I can, and he also reminded me that just don't film anyone's face. So it was a little bit hard to show you too properly, but I did the best that I can. Yeah, that gym is definitely on the McLaren, definitely on the fancier side of things, and as you can see and hear, it's one of the fancier areas in Shanghai. So yeah, they offer, included in the pricing, a whole bunch of different classes from CrossFit to yoga to functional fitness and a whole bunch of things, and very good facilities for that as well. But once again, for the general weights and stuff and machinery, it's also typical, and the variety is not too big. One or two of each, one deadlift area, one squat rack, and I think there were 2 leg presses, but not too impressive in terms of that. But the rest of the gym was quite impressive. Of course, very clean. He showed me through the bathroom, and there's a sauna and a heat room in the bathroom for both the women and the men. So that's also nice to have. So it's a very nice gym. If you're just looking to kind of stay fit and join some classes, if you're that type of fitness person. So yeah, definitely can't say it's a bad gym. It's very neat, it's very clean, it's well looked after. They put the people that train there first, and it looks very, very nice. So I pretended like I was super interested in joining the gym, because that guy was giving me like the best tour and trying to sell it. So I feel a little bit bad for pretending like I just moved to Shanghai and that I'm actually looking for a gym. But I just wanted to, you know, film the gym and be able to show you guys what it looks like there. But I spoke to him about the other branch, which is close by as well. And then when he explained the pricing and stuff to me, he's like, yeah, you know, you can also pay this price and be able to train at all the facilities, and he knows the guy there, and he can get me a free session to go there. But it can only be free if I go tomorrow. And then I said, why can't you get me a free session today? And he said, no, he has to apply for it first, etc. And if you go today, you'll pay $350. So I said, okay, it's all good, man. But please try your best to see if you can do it tonight, because I'm very busy tomorrow and I want to go and train tonight. So he said he'll try his best and he's gonna get back to me and let me know if I can have a free session tonight. Let's hope we can do that. Instead of paying $350 for a high upper class gym, hopefully we can go check it out, have a good session, and see what the other one also looks like that's rated a bit higher on the app. He said it's quite similar, but I think it's a bit bigger, so we'll see. Hopefully we can go train there tonight. So now we are on our way to Kerry Gym, which is also highly rated. And yeah. Why do I keep saying and yeah? Shanghai is such a vibe. Very, very vibrant. Something going on everywhere. Everyone just doing their thing. Bakery, London. I've also noticed how bakeries and coffee shops are becoming so huge in China, and wow, that's pretty cool. Window cleaner. Anyway, so I've been here for about 6 years. Yeah, definitely noticed how coffee is becoming huge. When I just came here, there was obviously still already some coffee shops, but definitely not as much as now. It's definitely booming. Tea is massive, but coffee is slowly catching up. See, another bakery. The bakehouse. Pretty cool. 你好，这所在哪里？什么楼？1楼，谢谢你。On our way to the Kerry Gym now, and that guy got back to me from Pure Fitness, and he confirmed that cool, 6:30 I can train for free at the other branch, which I think is probably a little bit better. We'll see, but saving myself 350 RMB. So yeah, keen to go check that out. That'll be the last stop for the day probably. I feel so far away from a gym right now, it's not even funny. I have no idea how to get to this Kerry Gym. There's a lot going on in this place, but nothing related to what I'm trying to achieve. I just asked someone to help me, someone that was sitting at the information desk, a lady, and she told me she wasn't working there. this is the pool area. So you can see briefly over there, there's also like a kids pool. And very nice, relaxed area outside, right? Nice and big, man. I really like that it's nice and big. I had to stop by and grab a quick beer because there's a beer tasting event going on here, and it's like a German beer fest or something. And yeah, so much going on in Shanghai. If you're ever in Shanghai and you're not too sure what you want to do or where to go, just try to find the best gyms in Shanghai, and you'll find with it everything else that's going on. I mean, only in this area alone, there's so much going on. There's some big show going on in the theater upstairs, and there's a big beer fest going on over here. I was like, it's been a busy day, so I'm really enjoying just a half a pint of beer right now. So anyway, that was Kerry Gym, guys, and it gave me a similar vibe to Pure Fitness. It's very on the higher end, so it's much more expensive than Pure Fitness. Surprisingly, a day pass was 400 and something, I think 450 RMB, and their monthly installments are also much more expensive, which I'll show you clearly at the end of the video. I wouldn't say that the equipment is much better. They have a bit of bigger variety. I think they're more expensive because it's in a hotel, and the space that they have is big, so it's in very nice high ceilings. I wouldn't say that the equipment that they have is more fancy than Pure Fitness, but yeah, as I said, definitely more variety, and they have a lot more space. That's what I really enjoyed about that gym, is you just feel like you can move freely and you don't feel claustrophobic at all. Very good lighting coming in through big windows. So cool that they have an outdoor tennis court at the top and a basketball court. Very nice pool, swimming area. I couldn't film in the pool. The guy asked me not to take a video or a picture inside the pool area, which is understandable as well. But they offer a variety of different classes as well, just like Pure Fitness. So included in the price, you can do yoga, you can do Pilates, and a whole bunch of other things as well. A lot going on there. Also nice and clean. Bathrooms, the best bathrooms I've seen so far. Like there's even a sleeping area in the bathroom where there's a noise cancellation room, and there's a whole bunch of beds in there where you can go and have a nap. There's also a sauna and a steam room, but a very nice and big jacuzzi, kind of like a big bath bubbling away with hot water. So that's really nice to see. Definitely a very nice gym, but I'm still leaning towards Change Gym, the first one that I went to this morning, in terms of equipment available and quality and vibe. But like I said, that one looks like it can get very busy. This guy told me here at this Kerry Gym, he said that it doesn't get busy at all. He said the busiest times actually are between 10 and 11 a.m. in the mornings. Probably because it's a little bit further out. It's on the other side of the river, the main river going through Shanghai. So this is the Pudong area. So that's probably a reason why. And the guy was telling me that also it's mostly business people that come and train over here. So maybe they have a lot more time. I don't know. But he says it really doesn't get that busy at all in the busiest times of the day. It's around 10 to 11 a.m. So that's a very nice factor about this gym. But in terms of machinery, yeah, sure, they got everything you need as well. Good quality, not brand new, not the newest of things. The gym is more than 12 years old. So you know, that's probably also why it's the rooms are not the fanciest, newest, you know, floors and mirrors and stuff. You can see there's a bit of wear and tear. Not a lot, just a little bit here and there, but you can see it's not a brand new gym. This gym did have a nice functional training area where you could use the slam balls and kettlebells and stuff like that. So I did enjoy seeing that in the gym. But you know, I had quite a big expectation from what I've read online about this gym. I expected a little bit more. How can I explain it? I just thought that the facility and the equipment in the gym would be a little bit better. Once again, the space and stuff is great, but it didn't feel like one of the best, you know, hypertrophy style muscle building gyms that I've ever seen. They've got a bit of a tennis court, which was well maintained. The basketball court, not so good. The swimming pool facility, great, 25-meter pool. But the actual gym, even though it had good space, not my favorite vibe ever. Once again, a good gym. I'm sure that they have really nice trainers in their different classes and stuff that they offer. But so far, I'm still going with Change Gym. Actually, you know what? So in order so far, it's Change Gym. Second, I would put Pure Fitness. Third, I would put Kerry. And fourth, I would put Will's Gym. So let's go see the other Pure Fitness gym. All right, now to decide. Should I take a taxi back to that side, or am I going to take the subway? I decided to take the subway. It's also quicker than taking a taxi. It's not as comfortable, but it might be nice for you guys to see what it's like taking the subway here in Shanghai as well. I found the metro. Seems quite busy, but it'll always be busy. I'm not sure how it works in other countries, but in China you just scan a QR code and then that allows you to leave the subway and enter. This is the last stop for the day, and good timing as well. Ooh, I feel a bit of wind and rain coming in here. I think it's raining outside. There's a typhoon coming through, not straight hitting Shanghai directly, but close by, so we're expecting a lot of rain here soon. But anyway, let's go check out this last gym over here. And oh yeah, it's boring. Look at this. Hectic. Just now it was fine in the sun. That's a lot of rain. Definitely the typhoon pulling through. But even in the sky over there, you can still see a little bit of blue sky. But there's going to be a lot of showers coming through. Why did I decide to leave my umbrella? Anyway, yeah, let's find this gym. Last gym for the day. I'm actually really keen to just finally have a good session. And I mean, I did do a little bit of legs this morning, but not too much, to be honest. So let's find this place and check it out. Back in another mall, as you can see, similar to the previous one that I showed you. Clean, fancy, typical Chinese style. All I know is that I need to get to the 6th floor to get to the Pure Gym. So this is the lobby where you enter, and on this side, this is where you can pick up clothing for your gym session, and you'll be surprised how many people actually use it. And then the bathrooms are in here. We have finally made it to Pure Fitness, the second branch. I'll talk more about this venue as we progress throughout the session. I just started back already, and yeah, what I can say right now is it's definitely more spacious, but definitely different than the other branch in some different ways. So I'll talk about it as we get through this session. Quite a nice view from here. One really interesting and nice thing about the Pure Fitness branches, so at least from the two that I'm checking out, is they provide towels, freshly washed towels to all the members. So if you arrive, you don't have to bring your own towel. You just grab a fresh towel, and when it's done, you just throw it in the used towel section. And on top of that, to accommodate for people even more, so you really don't have to bring much to the gym, they even provide clothing for members to the gym. So you can go and grab a pair of shorts and a shirt, freshly washed of course, and it says it's got the logo on, Pure Fitness. So when you walk around here, at first I was like, it feels like there's so much staff around. And I realized, oh yeah, it's because they're all wearing the clothing from the gym. So it's not really my cup of tea. I prefer just bringing my own stuff and wearing it, but I do get it for people who are very busy and maybe traveling far. You don't want to carry your bags every day, so in a way it's very convenient. Something I haven't actually seen before in terms of providing clothing. So what makes this gym mainly different from the other one is that it definitely has a bigger variety of machinery and also free weights. So it accommodates a little bit better for people wanting to put on some real muscle on their physiques. It doesn't have as big a space for functional training, even if you want to do your own kind of circuit training in a designated area. They have it, I'll show you in a bit, but it's not as big or as accommodating, but still very nice. I'm glad I chose this gym to have my session, but it would have been most ideal still to finish with Change Gym because they have such nice equipment. But then again, maybe it's going to be super busy there. It's peak hours now, it's 7 o'clock, and it's quite busy, but I must say it's not like super busy where you have to wait to use the machine. It's actually rather chilled. I'm quite surprised for a Thursday. It's not bad. So yeah, nice gym. They also do have, studios for yoga, Pilates, but not as fancy, not as new. A little bit of wear and tear around here and there as well. I can see the machines are quite old, but as long as anything is working well, it's all good, and clean, which it seems like. It does seem quite clean. And they also have like a boxing area which all members can use. It's very common in China where only VIP can use those kind of areas. So it's nice that anyone can use most of these areas. They have a nice stretching area as well. And also, just like the other one, they've got a food bar with a whole bunch of drinks, coffee, protein shakes that you can order, and some space to sit. Looks like a really nice place to have dinner over there. So this is the chill lounge area with the food bar, and then on this side are all the machines and cardio equipment. So they've got a nice big variety of cardio machines, different running machines, 4 Stairmasters, which is nice, and yeah, not bad. I was wrong about it being not so busy. In the last 30 minutes it's become much more busy, but it is peak hours and I've seen worse. So this is the stretch area and some more rowing machines over here. So as you can see, big variety, while very, very accommodating, but not brand new, nothing too super fancy. I think the other one is the other branch is a little bit better if you ask me, especially if the price is similar. But here is what I was talking about, where you can get fresh towels and then you just kind of drop it off over here. And I love this. I haven't seen this in a long time, where you can just drink water out of the fountain. Nice and cool as well. And towels accessible and a water fountain. And then this is where they have a aerobics studio over here. Here's the boxing area where anyone's allowed to go and use it. And yeah, this looks like spinning over here. Nice and big. Very cool. It's always like a disco vibe, the spinning areas in China. The free weight section of the gym doesn't seem to be as busy as the machine area of the gym. So here you can see a whole bunch of machines for chest, arms, etc. Free weights over here. Not too bad. I think I'll come and finish with a bit of back and stuff on this side. Live fitness equipment, very solid and works well, so that's great. What I really like about the dumbbells are that they all are numbered. So unlike many other Chinese gyms, the weights don't, the weights aren't in a random order. And these also go up until 54 kgs, which is also rare. Usually it only goes up to like 40. So it's nice to see the weights nice and neat over there. And yeah, there's 2 bench presses, 2 incline presses, some hip thruster machines, and one of my favorites, a calf raise machine, very nice one. a few more free weights over here, and yeah, some squat jacks and some leg. This seems to be like a deadlift and leg and squat area. So this is the functional fitness area that they have that's also accessible to all gym members and not only VIP, which is really nice. Some really nice slam balls over here, pull-up bars, and a whole bunch of other things. So really cool to see, and like I said, you don't often get that in other gyms. You know, I've been thinking about it, and I'm really enjoying this session. This gym is not as fancy and as modern as some of the other gyms that I've seen, but it's something about having something a little bit more old school, but yet they're still very thoughtful as well, you know. So I'm really enjoying this session, and it's nice that everything is not brand new and old look, and the people here are also training hard and are more serious. There's always going to be some people who are just here for show, you know, but I must say they're very thoughtful in the machinery. Even like this bicep breacher curl machine, the way with the extra touch where the handles can kind of move a bit, you see these small details everywhere, and all the machines are very solid and nice to use. So very nice tricep machine here, nice lat machine at the back over there, plate loaded fly machine, plate loaded rear delt machine. So really enjoying this gym, I have to say. Yo guys, what a day it's been, hey? 5 gyms, started this morning, and now it's 8:05 in the evening. I'm not content with the training that I've done because I've had to film and think about things, and also at the same time I try wait for moments where it's not so busy or whatever to film a bit. It's still awkward filming in the gym because there's so many people, and I feel bad to get someone else in my frame, you know. This taxi has been 4 minutes away for the last 14 minutes. Anyway, what a day. I really hope that all of this helps a little bit in choosing a gym in Shanghai. And yeah, I'll be giving it some thought. I already have a bit of an idea of what I would go for if I had to choose one. But I'm going to think of it properly. I'm going to get the prices, locations, and everything put together, and I'll end it all well with a bit of a conclusion. So guys, please like and subscribe. It'll really help a lot, and then hopefully I can do more of these in the future in different cities as well. But yeah, obviously there's many gyms in Shanghai, thousands of gyms, so there's a lot to choose from. These are just some of the biggest franchises, some of the higher end gyms that are, you know, guaranteed to give you a good space to work out. Okay, it's time to finish this video, and we have to decide which gym is the right one to go for. So this will depend very much on your budget and the type of person you are. But personally, honestly, for me, the best option would be to go for Change Pro. And I'll tell you why. It's because, not only because it's cost effective, the most cost effective for what you get. It certainly is. I mean, paying a down payment of 500 and then about 60 RMB a month for a year is very, very good compared to the prices of the other gyms. And I just feel like you get so much more. There's a huge variety. There's a section of the gym just for machinery and a section of the gym only for free weights. And they're both big sections with a lot of variety and, you know, much more than just one of each. So I know that it can get quite busy there. And one of my clients actually went to try that gym out, and he did say that it got quite busy, but he also enjoyed the variety, and even he agreed that for what you get in Shanghai for the price, it's a really good gym to be at. And on top of that, it's really clean. They have a nice juice bar, coffee bar, and all of these things. So honestly, I would go for that. And another big thing is the location of that gym is so good. It's quite central in Shanghai. It's not on the other side in Pudong. And I think it's quite accessible. Obviously Shanghai is a big place, but that location is quite central, and I think it would be quite convenient for anyone to get to, at least with a subway. It doesn't mean you have to pay lots of money to travel from farish by taxi. You can get there very easily by subway, and it just might take a little bit of time, but it's not way out like some of the other gyms. So personally, I think that I would go for Change Pro. Now, for someone who's not too interested in building muscle to a large extent and like focusing on hypertrophy style training, doesn't need a whole bunch of squat racks and deadlifts and stuff, but are happy with machinery and enjoy doing a variety of classes from spinning and yoga, functional fitness, having perhaps a personal trainer, then I'll definitely go for Pure Fitness. The first one I went to, the more fancy one close to the Louis Vuitton ship, I think that's a top class gym, and their facilities are top of the range, and they really try to have their customers feel very comfortable and highly valued. So once you walk in there, you're greeted straight away, asked if they can help you in any way, shape or form. What do you need? They provide fresh towels, and it's a very nice environment to be in, especially if you also have some work to do and need some nice quiet space to comfortably sit and do a little bit of work, enjoy some coffee. Definitely also on the fancier side of things, a lot of shops close by and nice restaurants, bakeries and stuff like that. Now, in terms of the other Pure Fitness, it was a close one for me in not choosing that above Change Pro. Like I said, I really enjoyed training there, and the equipment is really nice, good detail, good variety as well, and it's a little bit more old school, which I really enjoyed, and also the fact that it's still kind of on the fancier side of things as well. It's not super fancy in the actual training area, but the gym as a whole, providing fresh towels, providing even clothing, very nice change room, bathroom. It's a close one for me, right next to Change Pro. Like honestly, I wouldn't be, if someone said no, sorry, you had to go to that Pure Fitness in that mall, I wouldn't be so upset. The biggest thing really that differentiates the two for me is the price. You pay so much more for that Pure Fitness, and for that reason, it makes more sense to me to rather go to Change Pro. But anyway, it's a really good gym as well, and I would definitely at least recommend to you to go check it out before deciding between the two. And then about Kerry Gym, which is in Pudong. Really nice gym. The biggest winning factor for me in that gym is the space that they have. Huge rooftop with a garden, basketball court, tennis court, rooftop swimming pool indoor, but a nice big swimming pool with a kiddies pool as well. And also the gym has such a high ceiling, so it really does feel real comfortable in there. So once again, the equipment is also not the fanciest, most modern equipment or newest equipment in the world. It's quite an old gym, but it's not old in the fact that everything is broken down and rusty. It's all top class, but it's not like the most updated gym ever. So very nice space still. They were the best and the most accommodating compared to all the gyms. So it's a great gym. You can exercise really well there. You can get it all done. It's got everything you need, but the price is insane, and that's what's not worth it for me at all. That's why it'll be third on my list, maybe even fourth. And especially because it's also kind of out the way. It's quite far into Pudong. So I mean, if you live in Pudong and you have a lot of money, then that's your gym to go to. You don't look anywhere else. You don't have to travel far to go to the other gyms that I spoke about. If you have the money and you're happy to pay that, then if I was you, I'd definitely just go for Kerry Gym. If you have a family and you need your kids to be taken care of while you're training, that's also your best bet, because they accommodate so well for children. They have a whole separate kiddies playground area with a massive jungle gym. It looks like a child's paradise, to be honest. It's a really cool space over there. So yeah, Kerry Gym is a cool gym. It's just way too expensive for my liking, and other than that, obviously it's quite a bit out of the way. but they're very professional, offer all the fitness classes as well, yoga, functional fitness, Pilates, all these things. So yeah, then let's talk about the last one, which is Will's Gym. So Will's Gym had the highest expectations when I was doing research and finding out where to go. And as I've mentioned before, I was a little bit disappointed by the actual training area. So the photos look amazing. If you go into Google, you'll see that they advertise the beautiful pool with the beautiful ceiling and the entrance and stuff, but they don't show the weight section at all, because once you get there, you feel like you're in a dungeon. It's really dark. The machinery are okay, but also like dumbbells were all over the floor. It wasn't very neat. So yeah, I wouldn't even waste my time going there, to be honest. I think there's a reason why their pricing is not very clear online. So I apologize for not asking them in person what their pricing was, but I kind of just, once I saw the gym and had a walkthrough, I was like, I'm not even gonna bother checking the prices because that place wasn't for me. And saying that, the pool is really beautiful. It's a really nice space, but damn, it was so busy when I was there early in the morning. And it is a fancy kind of environment, but yeah, I don't want to say too many bad things about them because there are different branches and I can't judge a space only by being there once for a little while just to see what it looks like. But yeah, on Reddit I did also read quite a few bad reviews about Will's Gym. So anyway, that's that. I wouldn't go for that. Top one pick for me would be Change Pro. Second, Pure Fitness by the mall area, IAPM whatever mall. Third would be Kerry Gym. Fourth would be the other Pure Fitness, the more fancy one. And then fifth would be Will's Gym. So that's my conclusion, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope it really helped. If there's any other gyms that are way better that you know of, please let me know. I go to Shanghai every so often, so I'd like to check out other ones for sure. So just drop it in the comments or send me a message. And also please like and subscribe the video. Most people that watch the videos are not subscribed. So thank you guys, and I'll check you guys soon.